Good afternoon, it's your boy Rubio. Back at the table with some more cards to unveil for you guys today. Week 5 is over and week 6 is here. The cards that we'll be unveiling for you today is DonRuss Football. Got this product from Walmart. Forgot how much I paid for them, but they weren't too expensive. Before we get into the cards, let's do a quick recap of week 5. In fantasy, I did pretty good. I didn't score a lot. I had several players injured on Sunday morning before I got off of work. I checked my lineup to see who was playing and who was not. The only player that was out was Brock Bowers. So I put in Dylan Kincaid from the Bills. I was like, cool, I got that covered. And then I went to sleep, woke up at like 11:45, because I was like, something, let me set my alarm to make sure I don't have anybody else out. I had Hubbard out and Ricky Pearsall out. So I had to scramble and get some new players in. Luckily, I found Tolbert. He didn't do too much. I got Christian Kirk, which gave me a decent amount of points. Also, Hollywood Brown. I added Hollywood Brown also. But I pulled off the win. My record is now, I think I am 5-1. Yeah, I'm 4-1. 4-1 after week 5. My next opponent, whoever it is, hopefully I can pull off that win also. Let's move on to week 6 and go to the randomizer. All right, let's move on to week 6 and go to the randomizer. I have the games already loaded onto the computer. And yes, I'm holding it in my hand. All right, so since it's week 6, we're going to shuffle 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And spin. And let's see who we have this week. Our game of the week is the Eagles and the Giants. All right, that should be a pretty good game. I'm not sure what their records are, but I think they're doing pretty well. And that is our Thursday night game. So yeah, we'll try to get this video out so we can see what the cards pick. With our game of the week, the Eagles and the Giants. The Eagles are 4-1 and the Giants are 1-4. You can't really count out a 1-4 team because you never know who's going to show up. You never know what the better team is going to do. But we'll see. Just to let you know, my Raiders lost again. We are 1-4. I'm not sure what the team can do to make themselves better, but this is the last time you will hear about the Raiders on this channel until they win a game. I will not give you any recaps on the Raiders until they win. So moving on. We're going to pick the winner out of the Eagles and the Giants with these 2 tins here, the DonRuss holiday box. Let's go ahead and open them up. On these holiday tins, there are 5 cards per pack, 3 packs per box, NFL logo, NFL Players Association. On the back, it is 2025 DonRuss Football. It features a 400 card set, including 300 base and 100 rated rookies. This is what can be possibly pulled out of these tins. So I'm going to have a total of, let's see, how much did I say? A total of 15 cards per tin. So that's going to be a total of 30. But one of those packs is going to go for the Super Bowl. So instead of 6 packs, we're going to have 5 packs. That'll be a total of 25 cards instead of 30. But before we get started, Let's go ahead and say what's up to my boy Blue. What up, Blue? How's everything up there? He has a smile on his face, but he doesn't look too happy because his Raiders are just not cutting it. But we did win in fantasy. Unfortunately, the cards from last week did not pick the winner. So our record for picking the winner of the game of the week, we're now 2-3. So we're at a losing record. Hopefully we can bounce back this week. Let's go ahead and cut these things open. Let's pan back down to the cards here and see what we got. Different knife. All right, let's open this bad boy up. There we go. I will cut that one. And cut that one. We'll close our knife back up for safety. Let's take the plastic off of this one here. Did I cut it? Don't look like I did. Let's open it. Cut deep in there. There we go. Cut deep in that one too. Now we got it. Okay. Let's take the plastic off. This is a Panini brand. It has TJ Watt, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Josh Allen, and Jalen Hurts on the cover. All right, let's open this up. We will dump these out. Like I said, there's 3 packs in each tin, and we're going to open up 2 tins today. Before we get to ripping those cards open, if we need more cards, I have extra cards over here. Most of them are retro cards from the 90s, but I do have some current cards in there also. All right. So let's get back to the cards. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's shuffle them around. We'll go 6 times. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. 4, 5, and 6. So this last pack here will be saved for the Super Bowl game. Let's get our little mat cleaned up. We'll move these to the side. First pack of the DonRuss. The only reason I opened it up because it's a new product. We're looking for the winner out of the Eagles and the Giants. Let's see what we got. Throw that over to the side. We have Richard Todd from the New York Jets. We have Caleb Johnson from the Pittsburgh Steelers. It says the rookies at the bottom, and it looks like it has a gold checkerboard, which is pretty cool. All right. So we got our first Eagle, Mr. Kyle McCord from the Eagles. It says rated rookie. We'll sit that down here close to me. The Eagles are up 1-0. We have a press proof. It says Nick Bonito from the Denver Broncos on a purple background. And then we have Justin Jefferson from the Minnesota Vikings. Let's see if those 2 cards are numbered. I don't see any numbers on the front. And this one is not numbered. On the box, it does say that you can get numbered cards. On the rated rookies, autograph purples is numbered to 150. All right. Moving on to the next pack. All right, we have Mr. Tua Tagovailoa from the Miami Dolphins. We have a silver checker pattern. Trey Hendrickson from the Cincinnati Bengals. It says Action All Pros. And that's on a silver. Okay. And that one is not numbered. We're going to go ahead and sit that over here. We have Travion Henderson from the New England Patriots. It's a rated rookie. We will sit that right there. We have a press proof John Jefferson from the San Diego Chargers back in the 80s. All right. So we will sit this over here. And last one, we have Edgerrin James from the Indianapolis Colts. We are almost halfway home. Thank you guys for making it through the first half of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram at j.rubio80, YouTube at jrubio, TikTok at jrubio80, and on my Facebook page, which is just my name, Jamie Rubio. All right, so let's continue ripping. All right. So coming out the gate here, we have Mr. Khalil Mack from the Los Angeles Chargers. We have Jordan James from the San Francisco 49ers, rated rookie. We have Chimere Dike, press proof, rated rookie with the purple border from the Tennessee Titans. And that one is not numbered. We have Mr. Aaron Rodgers on the Boom Squad from the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's a nice looking card. And last one in this pack. Oh, we got a giant. Look at that. We have Mr. Brian Burns that has tied the game up from the New York Giants. All right. So it is now 1-1. 1-1. We have 2 packs left, guys. 2 packs left. Let me just organize a little bit, get these cards a little bit straighter. And then we can move on. All right. Second to last pack. Who's going to have a card come out of this pack? Oh, I thought that was an Eagle, but it's a Seahawk. So we have Zabel from the Seattle Seahawks, rated rookie. We have Golden Tate, press proof, with the purple border from the Detroit Lions. We have a Justin Herbert from the Los Angeles Chargers. I got my first Ashton Genty. I have been searching for his cards. I can never pull one, and I got one. I got a rated rookies. It says retro. Mr. Ashton Genty from the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's see if this one is numbered. Man, that would have been awesome if that would have been numbered. But we will move along. Last one in this pack, we have EJ Speed from the Indianapolis Colts. Last pack, still tie game. Let's see what we can do. We have Jackson Smith-Jigba from the Seahawks. Amon-Ra St. Brown, press proof from the Detroit Lions with the purple border. We have Jack Sawyer from the Pittsburgh Steelers, rated rookie. We have Jalen Noel from the Houston Texans. It says throwback, and it's a rated rookie. All right. We will sit that over here. And then last one in this pack, we have Mike Gesicki from the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, so it is tied. So we're going to have to go into extra time. Have our stash of extra cards here. So we're going to shuffle them 6 times. And let's see what we can get. All right, so we got 1. That's 1. That was 2. Ooh, it's falling over. Come on back. I got to let go. Okay, that was 3. That was 4. All right, so the pack that we're gonna pick, which is this one right over here. We'll sit that one down. We'll put all the rest of the packs back. So since they're already shuffled, I won't shuffle them again. Let me organize this stuff because I am knocking stuff over. Put everything back where it came from. All right, so our overtime pack is going to be from 1991. It's going to be Score NFL Football Series 1. Let's see here. It says Special Young Superstars Glossy Set Offers. See back of the wrapper. It has 16 player cards per pack. The official cards of the 90s. Looks like we have the NFL here. The NFL Players Association right there. Here is a partial list of players: Johnny Bailey, Brad Baxter, Johnny Johnson, Dan Owens, Fred Barnett, Steve Broussard, Keith McCants, and Ricky Prohall. That's all we got off of that pack. So let's go ahead and open this thing. Hopefully this one can pick the winner out of the Eagles and the Giants. Starting out. And this is my first time opening these up. They look pretty cool. We have a black card in there. I'm not sure what that is. We have Mr. Jim Harbaugh from the Chicago Bears. We have Don Warren from the Commanders, formerly the Redskins. We have Paul Scansey from the Seahawks. We have Jamie Mueller from the Buffalo Bills. We have Maurice Carthen from the New York Giants. So the Giants are up. Oh, look at that. We got a portrait here from Score. We have, from the Cincinnati Bengals, Dan Fulcher. From the Chicago Bears, Kevin Butler. We have Jay Novacek from the Dallas Cowboys. We have Dan Owens from the Detroit Lions. We have another Cowboy, Mr. Ken Norton. I think he also played for the San Francisco 49ers. Or maybe that was his son. I think he did play for the 49ers also. I'll do some more research on that. but Mr. Ken Norton from the Dallas Cowboys. From the New England Patriots, I have Fred Marion, Steve Christie from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have another New England Patriot, Greg McMurtry from the Denver Broncos. I have Dennis Smith. I have a legend here, Mr. Art Monk from the Washington Commanders, but when he played, it was the Washington Redskins. The last card in the pack, we have Al Noga from the Minnesota Vikings. All right, we have a winner. The Giants 2-1 over the Eagles. This week we will be picking the Giants, and the two cards that were the deciding factor were Maurice Carthen from the Giants, who was a fullback back in the 90s, and Brandon Burns, defensive end from the New York Giants. All right. So let's just do a quick recap over what we have here. Let me just get them organized. All right, let's go with the teams involved in the game of the week. We have Maurice Carthen and Brian Burns from the Giants. And then we have our one Eagle, rated rookie, Kyle McCord. And let's go ahead with the rookies that we have here. We have Jack Sawyer from the Steelers, Gray Zabel from the Seahawks. We have Jordan James. Jordan James from the San Francisco 49ers, rated rookie. And we have Trey Hendrickson from the New England Patriots. Then we have our glossier cards, Caleb Johnson from the Steelers on a goldish yellow checkerboard. Action All Pros, Mr. Trey Hendrickson from the Cincinnati Bengals. We have my favorite card out of the pack. We have a Rated Rookies Retro, Mr. Ashton Jeanty from my Las Vegas Raiders, who is doing great over there. I just wish they could pull off the wins. And we have a Bomb Squad from the Steelers, Mr. Aaron Rodgers. Then we have a throwback from the Houston Texans, rated rookie, Jalen Noel. On the portrait from the Cincinnati Bengals, I have Mr. David Fulcher. Jameer Dyke from the Tennessee Titans with the purple border, rated rookie. I have Golden Tate with the purple border from the Detroit Lions. I have Amon-Ra St. Brown with the purple border from the Detroit Lions. I have John Jefferson from the Los Angeles Chargers, but when he played, it was the San Diego Chargers. I have Nick Benito from the Denver Broncos. Al Noga from the Vikings. Art Monk from the Commanders. Dennis Smith from the Broncos. Greg McMurtry from the Patriots. Steve Christie from the Buccaneers. Fred Marion from the Patriots. Ken Norton from the Cowboys. Dan Owens from the Lions. Jay Novacek from the Cowboys. Kevin Butler from the Bears. Jamie Mueller from the Bills. Steve Scansey from the Seahawks. Dan Warren from the Commanders. Jim Harbaugh from the Bears. Mike Grzeski from the Bengals. Jackson Smith-Jigba from the Seahawks. EJ Speed from the Colts. Justin Herbert from the Chargers. Khalil Mack from the Chargers. Edgerrin James from the Colts. Tua Tagovailoa from the Dolphins. Justin Jefferson from the Vikings. Last card, we have Richard Todd from the Jets. All right. Thank you guys for making it through this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as I always say. I appreciate the likes, the comments, the subscribes. It does make me very happy. I like bringing this type of content to you guys. You can follow me on Instagram at j.rubio80, on YouTube at jrubio, on TikTok at jrubio80, and on Facebook. Thank you again. As always, I love bringing this type of content to you guys. It is very fun for me because I like going through all these cards, especially some of the retro cards, and reminiscing on cards I used to have as a kid when I used to collect. If there's any type of cards that you guys would like me to open up on the channel, just let me know. You can shoot me a message either on my Instagram or TikTok. And if it's within reasonable price, I'll get those ordered or pick them up from the store. I'll shoot a separate video, give you a shout out, and go from there. But before we end this video, let's say goodbye to my boy Blue. Hey Blue, how'd you enjoy it? Once again, he's a man of few words, always has a smile on his face, never a negative word to say. Me and my boy Blue, we're out of here.